Hey everybody, back at Fallout 76, and this is actually the second time I've tried recording a video. Because the first one I went 20 some minutes and it crashed and it broke. And the game was lagging like crazy. Like, I don't know it put me on some server with, I think, a bunch of people's names, which are real weird. I didn't understand them. And apparently it was lagging so bad that some of my perks weren't working. Like, Dodgy just refused to work. Well, not on this character, on my Berserker's character. My shots weren't registering. Uh, it was just a mess. Like, so yeah, we're on this character. Some of you newer people to the channel probably don't know what this character is. This is my explosive medic. Yeah, you heard me, explosive medic. It's made to be, kind of part medic, part explosive weapons, part debuffer. I thought if I could put, suppressors and tenderizers on everything with explosive weapons, it would really help the team out and improve everyone's damage. Problem is, I don't play in a team, like, I don't have a team to play with. Yeah, it's also, a test bed for having every mutation. Well, technically every mutation. There's two that you can't actually have together. If you notice, I have carnivore. You can't have carnivore and herbivore together. I don't think you can. But yeah, this is every mutation on one character. Adrenal reaction, bird bones, carnivore, chameleon, eagle eyes, egghead, electrically charged, empath, grounded, healing factor, marsupial, plague walker, scaly skin, speed demon, talons, twisted muscles, and unstable isotope. This character turned out to be just a real mess, because there's no point for a healer in this game. There's no point to being a healing class in this game, or making a healing build. Because, well, everybody can just carry as many stimpaks as they want. Doesn't really matter. You don't really need, to be a healer. Everybody's a healer, everybody's a tank, everybody's DPS. So, they tried to make, like, there's a lot of perks and charisma that really work in, when you're in a party. Like Injector, Players Revive. There's a whole bunch down here. Team Medic. But they're all pointless. Because there's no point for a team. A lot of the content, is kind of more for solo players. And nobody really groups up. And there's no looking for group and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, it doesn't... I need food. I forgot. Yeah. And explosive weapons, like the grenade launcher here. What is it? The missile launcher. They're really bad. Like, they don't really offer anything. Like, they don't do enough damage. They break really easily. So yeah, I have to go scrap one because I got this off my main character. Vat crits one, and then which is better than my 2-star one. So I'm gonna go get rid of that. It's not very good. It's a medic's grenade launcher, which was like, oh, the perfect weapon for this class. Or this build. I want to say class, but... I don't know. Like, this game needs expanded on a lot. And I really hope Wastelanders does that. It's probably not. We're probably still going to be in the same meta of... Oh, just get as much damage as possible. You don't need to do anything else. I don't need that. Like... It's kind of because I think there's 3 communities of people in this game, right? Now hear me out on this, Jelly. 3 communities of people. It's like, what do you mean? The 3 communities of people are... the solo PvE player, right? These are, they're playing this like it's any other Fallout game. They're solo. They're doing everything solo. They don't really want to interact with other people. And, they're playing it just like it's Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, or Fallout 4, right? That's kind of how the game is right now. There's a lot of content that's made for that, and I'm not finding the stupid church.
Priority responder message incoming. Immediate evacuation of the First Friends Church in Charleston is required due to swarming vermin.
Yeah, and then the, God damn, I know that they're adding features to turn those off, because I hate how it just like, hey, let me interrupt you. But yeah, the second community of people, and kind of where, even though I mainly play as the first community of a solo PvE player, the second community, which is kind of not really there, is the group player. The person that plays in a group. They want group content. There's not very much group content in the game. There's what? There's Scorchbeast Queen, which can be soloed, because how the game focuses on the meta right now, what the meta focuses. There's the Imposter Sheep Squatch, which, again, can be soloed, because, you know, just get tons of DPS from certain builds. That's the, you know, of the bloodied variety. And then there's, what, the Vault Raid, which I've seen be soloed by a stealth bloodied character. And I don't know, it's just that there's not much, there's like content there, but it needs more. Oh, and Arctos Pharma is group content as well. But yeah. Then the third community is the PvP community, which you have Nuclear Winter. I hate Battle Royale. I absolutely hate Battle Royale. I don't, because it's just bad free for all. But yeah. I don't know. And I feel each of them kind of needs expanded on more. A lot of things in this game need expanded on more. Like, there's the base for a lot of things that need improved. Like, yes, Wastelanders is most likely going to be a lot to the first category of people. People that are playing the game solo and want PvE content. Wastelanders is going to be that. Alright? Now, then the group content. Yeah. Way with you. Yeah, the group content. There's, like, what they can do is I think they can appease at least the first two communities of people fairly easily. And that's to make dungeons. More dungeons. More instance dungeons. Like the burrows. Someone's in the burrows. It's because the burrows can be soloed quite easily. Or you can do it in a group. Right? You can do it either or. But I think what needs to be done is kind of create something in between. Alright, so I would say make more dungeons like the burrows, right? More, yeah, things like that. And then introduce, you know, vault raids, right? I talked about this in the last video, and now I forget my place, but it was like, I had everything lined out about what they should do. And it was, oh, I remember, it was like Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online has 3 different types of dungeons. You got delves, dungeons, and I think raids. I'm pretty sure it was raids. I think that's what they're called. Delves are things that anybody can do solo. They're basically a dungeon for solo players. Then you have dungeons. That's where you get your four-person standard group in, right? So you do all that. You do your dungeon. You get your loot. You fight the bosses, and then they have the raids, and that needs to be for more people. And I was kind of thinking that they need to have bigger groups in this game. Like, I was thinking about like what kind of size it would be. And I said 10-person, like a 10-person group for a raid in this game. That seems like balance it around 10 people, having 10 people at once. Now, I was either thinking 10 or 7, because in my opinion, you're gonna need, if you're gonna set this up like a classic dungeon, you're gonna need 2 tanks, or a classic raid. You're gonna need 2 tanks and 2 healers. Now, World of Warcraft has 40 player raids, which that would never work on here because Bethesda servers can't handle barely 24 at a time. I guess Nuclear Winter, but that's different. But yeah, you would need 2 healers and 2 tanks. So that leaves DPS open, and I think 7 would be a good number because then you have 2 healers, 2 tanks, and 3 DPS. Maybe you could do 8. I don't know. Then you have 10. So maybe you could have 2 tanks and 3 healers. Like, or you could go in with like all tank for 5 tanks and 5 healers. because, you know, in this game, you know, being, there's no point in being a healer. Hello. Just a random level 6 playing a thing. Huh. Interesting. I did not know he was up here. That's chameleon armor. Aha! I like explosive weapons. They're great against low-level creatures. But yeah. And then for PvP, PvP is easy. All they have to do is, you know, make... What the... You know, is make, you know, more game modes, like Team Deathmatch, you know, Capture the Flag, stuff like that. And make, like, actual classes. Do not let people use their legendary gear. Legendary gear defeats the purpose of PvP. You know, they don't allow you to use it in Nuclear Winter, so... Because, you know, there's, what, that one armor that you stack all together and it lets you be invincible if you're standing still? Like, really? This game needs a... I think this game just needs a balance pass. Oh, I'm out of that. Well, I have other explosive weapons. Explosive minigun, go! It's not a very good explosive minigun, but it's one. It's a suppressor's explosive minigun, if you're wondering. It makes people do less damage. I thought that'd be, you know, a pretty good weapon for this build, because it's, you know, a debuffer as well as a healer. Jump off the side! Yay! Who cares? I don't know. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? There's nothing to do. I don't get to be... Xbox players don't get to be in the Wastelanders PTS, so meh. I've been playing Call of Duty. I have not been on this game since... almost a week now, actually. Been playing Call of Duty. Really, starting to get good at the Call of Duty. If you saw that review of Flood, I had some really just good multi-kills in there. Like that, what was it, a 5-man feed, right? Like all at once. Well, I had to use the RPG to get it, the last one, but that was I have a lot of fun with Call of Duty now. When I first got it, I was like, this Call of Duty's bad.
Crimes are going to solve themselves.
Which, I have a friend that's like that. He's the kind of person that blames the game, not himself. And, well, he's completely stopped playing Call of Duty. He's just been playing Apex Legends now. He's like... he doesn't have the best reaction time, let's say that. I have no stimpaks on this healing character, really? Alright, fine, take the quantum. Ow. Gun, you wanna work? Like, what is it? Yeah. I'm holding that trigger right now. You can see the barrel spinning. Like, you can just stop the weapon. Like, it just doesn't work. Just keep spinning, spinning, spinning. That's something Bethesda needs to fix. Apparently, Wastelanders is going to bring a whole bunch of bug fixes. Well, the game needs that. And I can see why they're testing it on the PC version. Like, the PC version seems to have the most problems, I guess because of the amount of different hardware on PC. So, yeah. I know, like, the Strangler Heart Power Armor apparently just, messes with AMD CPUs. I think it was the Ryzen ones. I'm not sure about the older FX series. That's what I have on my PC. My PC is like, wow, that's like a most of you would probably say it's terrible now. But at the time, played everything I liked. Still plays everything I like, so I've seen no point in upgrading my PC. You're probably wondering, what is your PC? Even though you play on Xbox mostly. Yeah, it's graphics card, Gigabyte GTX 960 4GB overclocked edition. I got that a while ago. Got that the year after Fallout 76 came out. Or not Fallout 7, Fallout 4 came out. So yeah, it's pretty old now. I got 16 gigabytes of RAM. So that's still good. It's starting to be... I had 16 gigabytes of RAM when I first got the computer in 2013. Which most people are still using 8. So yeah. And that's probably been what's made the computer last so long. Because the original graphics card was a GT640, and that was a pretty bad graphics card, but it played Skyrim, and that's all I cared. Because I only used my computer to play Skyrim and World of Warcraft, all I cared about, and it played both. Yeah, and so the CPU, the processor, is very old now. It's an AMD FX 6300, which is very old now. Still works, which I see no reason to upgrade my computer or get a new one. You're probably thinking, why won't you computer guys are probably like, oof, that's so old, you need a new one, or you need to replace some stuff. No, thank you, because that's a lot of money to go get a new computer. And second, I haven't had any problems playing any game I like. I use my computer to play mostly old and retro style games.
Good day to you.
Like, here's some things I have installed now on my computer. Hold on, I have the computer on because I'm recording. I have a game called Ziggurat. I have, which is a kind of retro style dungeon crawler. I have a game called Doomed. I have Strafe, which is again a retro style game. I have a Medieval. That's a retro style game. I have a lot of 2D games on my PC. And you don't need a very good graphics card to play 2D games. So yeah, I don't buy AAA games on PC. I just, it's more convenient because they don't have physical editions.
Protect and serve.
Like almost every AAA game I bought this year, I bought the physical version. Like here, Elder Scrolls Online, physical version. Fallout 4, physical version. Both EA Battlefronts, which that was a huge mistake and a waste of $100 some. Physical versions. Battlefield 1, physical. Tom Clancy's The Division 1, physical. Immortal Unchained, which is not a AAA game, but it had a physical release. Immortal Unchained, I got that physical. Metro Exodus, got it physical. Tempest 4000, had to get that physical. That is like the first Atari actual game in decades. Fallout 76, physical. Warhammer 40k Inquisitor, Martyr, physical. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare, also physical. Which was a mistake, because apparently they gave you a special weapon variant blueprint for buying digital. I'm like, what? Why don't I get something for buying physical? It was just for buying the digital version. I was like, you don't give physical people anything? I like having the cases. I stack them all up on my shelf. I got all my PS1 games stacked, all my PS2 games, all my 360. And What's there to do? What's this? Oh, a horde. I saw a post on the forums saying how horde events were pointless. Like, they give you one legendary. The forums are a great place. Alright? If you're playing this game, you should be on the forums at least a couple times. I don't go on the Reddit. Like, I don't go on the Fallout 76 Reddit. I go on the forums. Because the people there are, I don't know. I find Reddit to be a lot more of a hive mind. Like, you do something they don't like, they all turn on you. Right? The forums, we're idiots. Like, the people in the forums, you ask a question that, like, people can't answer, you'll get dumb answers like, what was it? We said we don't know. He's like, oh, I'd like an official response. So a lot of people were like, oh, I officially say I don't know. And I was like, I replied to someone, I was like, I officially agree with your official answer. And it's just a dumb time on the forums. It says it's up here. There. Huh. Is it gonna be glitched out again? Because I remember it was like this glitched out before. It was like, find the source of the scorched horde, and it was in here, but it like wasn't and didn't work right. Oh wait, what am I doing? It's like, I forgot this character's a cannibal. So that's one way to deal with the That's one way to deal with the carnivore perk. Eh, not exactly an amazing minigun when you're not really spec'd to use it. Yeah, if you're wondering, this is a female character called Silicone. I don't really know what. I was trying to name it. I didn't think it. Because there's silicon, and then there's silicone. I think I spelled it with the E at the end. And it was trying to be like, she's, I don't know. I thought it sounded neat. I thought it was a cool word. It's plastic. She's fantastic. I don't know. She's meant to be like a crazy mutant lady. So she hides her face. Tried coming up with a story, kind of like Captain Noob does for all of his characters. Oh, I got bored. It's like I could write a story, but what's the point? Yeah, it says kill the Scorched boss, but it's like, oh, he's up there. God dang railings, keeping me from going upwards. Yep. Aha. They're all low level, in a high level zone, and this is annoying. My god, does having no stimpaks in this game suck. Because your character can't just heal. Despite having, I mean, why healing factor doesn't work in combat, I don't know. It's just like, hey, wouldn't that be convenient if you could just heal while in combat with healing factor? Which wouldn't even be that overpowered, because you can use Ghoulish while in combat. So it's like, oh... Yeah. I know there's stairs right here, but... please stop while I switch weapons? Yeah, I love how punched attacks can hit me from range. Let me switch weapons. Oh, this is... Oh, good. I love it when my stuff doesn't register. Hey, Gutter, you want to have that healing effect work when I hit something? No? That's always good. Let's see. Is it healing? Oh, a little bit. What? Why can't you fit through windows? Anybody tell if the health is healing at all? From this thing, it's supposed to have the vampire's effect, but I don't think it works anymore. Alright. Just do this to heal. Oh, you can tell just how neglected this character is. I do not play her at all. It's just a failed build that, you know, it was never gonna work. I thought it would, but it wouldn't. Because, you know, at the time, yeah, I saw that they were gonna buff heavy weapons, and I thought that meant explosive heavy weapons, but they break so easily. I don't mean like the legendary heavy weapons. I mean like legendary explosive heavy weapons. I mean like, you know, the missile launcher and stuff. Which, for some reason, none of my weapons are favorited. Oh. And I love how bashing with a giant rocket launcher does nothing. No, game, he's in here. I remember crossing paths with this 3-star. See, it's like, oh, I love when waypoints don't work. He's in here. I know he's in here. I saw him. Or her. I don't think it really matters when they're scorched. This is Bunker Buster. You get it during the campaign. It has like a unique legendary effect where it just does more damage. You dead? No? Die. Heal me. Ow. Aha, Call of Duty tactics. Eat him too. Only 2 more missiles. It's like and the ammo for these weapons is just so expensive, and they don't do enough damage. Well, look at that. It's a terrible splash. I think there's a hole in the wall. Pendulum's broken. Oh, good. Oh, someone else must have killed him, did he? No? What? There was a 3-star legendary in here. Oh, a missile. Thank you. Just one. Look, it's halfway. It was fully repaired at the start of this video. And what did I fire? Like 5 missiles? 6 missiles? It's like halfway broken already? Okay, let's see how far one missile brings it down. Bring it down a bit. Oh, it's weird. Like, I love using the missile launcher and the grenade launchers and stuff like that, but they're worthless. And it's been 30 minutes, so yeah. See you later.